It's your man JayGravesReport, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Wrap-Up, Week 8. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Wrapping up the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Let's get straight to the SEC. We got number 21, Texas A&M, going down to Tuscaloosa to play the number 7 Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's move on to the next ball game. Hey, Alabama came out here and went to work on these boys. I told you this week, everybody's giving Nick Saban the business because they barely got out of there live in Arkansas. Odell, Arkansas, a week ago. He came out here, boy, and put up 59 points on Texas A&M. Now, Texas A&M is no slouch. Kenny Hill and company can put points on the board. They beat the brakes off these boys and blanked them. Check this out. Blake Seal went to work, put up 268 yards, 3 touchdowns in the air, put another one on the ground. They outscored these boys. They put 35 points on the board in the second quarter, bruh. They did 602 yards of total offense versus 172. Once again, this is Texas A&M. Kevin Sumlin's offense, bruh. They went to work on these boys. This was the most lopsided SEC victory that Alabama has had since they beat the brakes off of Vanderbilt in '79. Hey, Texas A&M has lost 3 straight. All 3 ball games have been against top 10 opponents. I'm just saying, bruh. Before you start putting all these cats in the top 10 and start jumping just because they're in the SEC, start looking at who you putting in the top 10 and who's ranked so high. Because I remember at one point, A&M was sitting at number 6. I'm just saying. Now, they won't even be in the top 25 this weekend after this week. Let's move on to the next ball game. We got number 15, Oklahoma State, going down to Fort Worth to play the number 12 TCU Horned Frog. Now, remember, TCU last week wet the bed down in Baylor, lost a 21-point lead, and ended up losing the ball game 61-58. But this weekend, they came to play ball. Beat the brakes off Oklahoma State 42-9, bro. My man Trayvon Boykin went to work, had a career high 410 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hey, it is what it is. All I could see was old dumb Mike Gundy standing on the sideline saying, "I'm a man, I'm a man." Hey, he had to take that beating like a man on yesterday, bro. Hey, let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 14, Kansas State, goes down to Norman to play the number 11 Oklahoma Sooners. Now, here's the deal. OU was dull on yesterday. Outplayed these boys the entire game, beat them in every statistical category, end up losing this ball game 31-30 because old dumb Mike Honeycutt had a 19-yard gimme field goal and missed it. But it shouldn't have been that close because Oklahoma played these boys, outplayed them in every statistical category. But the problem is they turned the ball over twice. You can't turn the ball over in big games, bro. I just keep saying it over and over. The more times you give the opponent an opportunity to have the rock, score points, you give it to him. There's no way this ball game should have been as close as it was, but OU was dull when you got a 19-yard gimme that you can't make at the crib. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 23, Stanford, goes out to the desert to play number 17, Arizona State. Now, Arizona State wins this ball game in huge fashion, 26-10. Now, problem I got in this game is Stanford has the number 1 defense in the country. They only gave up 26 points, bro, but they only scored 10 points against one of the worst defenses in America. Arizona State's defense is ranked 78th in the country, bruh. You can only put up 10 points. You got the best defense in America, and you let the gangster, Mike Bergevisi, come out here, who's taken over for Taylor Kelly for the last 3 ball games. Came out here and went to work on you, put up 242 and a touchdown to beat you. No way should you be losing ball games to teams that give up 26, they only can score 26 points. You got the best defense in America, and you can't put points on the board. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, here's the deal. Let's go down to Tallahassee, Florida. We got number 5, Notre Dame, shows up to play the number 2 Florida State Seminoles. Now, here's the deal. Notre Dame came in this joint and went to work last night. Hey, they jumped on Florida State early. Had first half 17-10. They had Chief Osceola and Renegade in the parking lot beating the brakes off of them. Every statistical category, Notre Dame wins this ball game. They had, listen to this, total yards, Notre Dame 470 yards versus 323. Passing yards, 313 versus 273. Rushing yards, 157 versus 50. Time of possession, 32 minutes, 51 seconds versus 27:09. These Dons should have won this ball game, not because they got cheated at the end, bro. I got all these Notre Dame fans up here in Indiana screaming and hollering that they got cheated at the end. Now let's keep this real or all the way 100, whichever comes first. In the first half, y'all was picking, boys. That's how you went up 17-10 in the first place, because you was out there picking. Picking means you cheating. You cannot set a pick on a boy when a boy is running a doggone route. So you already know Florida State came in, told the refs, hey, these boys are picking us. They LeBroning us. They LeBroned us. Now, end of the game, 13 seconds left, you can't pick him. You can't win the ball game picking. I'm just saying. But I'm going to keep it real with you, Notre Dame fans. One loss is not going to keep you out the national championship hunt. Because when you look at the schedule for Notre Dame has one of the most difficult schedules in America. If Florida State continues to win, it's only going to make it look better for Notre Dame. Because you got to remember, there are going to be other one-loss teams in the hunt. And Notre Dame has the best resume for the hunt. You know you're going to have somebody come out the SEC. You might even have 2 teams come out the SEC. You may have Florida State and Notre Dame. Because I don't think anybody's going to come out the Big 12. Boys going to start cannibalizing each other on that end. So don't worry about it, Notre Dame. Just keep playing. But quit running around talking about you got cheated, because you didn't. You was dumb. You should have won the ball game. Shouldn't even been close. When you look at the stats, shouldn't even been close. But it wouldn't have been close if you wasn't picking boys in the first half. Let's move on. Hey, it's your man Jay Graves Report with the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy.